Picture this. You've just finished a healthy dinner, grilled fish, a few greens, maybe a cup of tea. You go to bed feeling good, proud of your healthy choices. But hours later, something strange happens. Your arm feels weak. Words stumble out wrong. The room spins for no reason. Here's the twist. This isn't from junk food or sugar. It could come from a vegetable you've always trusted. After years of helping adults over 60, I've seen this pattern again and again. Foods that were wonderful in midlife can quietly backfire later on, especially when mixed with medications or eaten at the wrong time. Your body changes, your metabolism slows, and even healthy ingredients can suddenly act differently. The danger builds slowly, without symptoms, until one day, it's a stroke or a frightening close call. But don't panic. You don't need to give up vegetables. You just need to understand how aging changes your system and how to eat wisely for this new stage of life. In this video, we'll uncover 8 everyday vegetables that can quietly raise stroke risks overnight and how to enjoy them safely. The last one? You probably have it sitting in your fridge right now. Let's begin with a leafy green once hailed as a hero, kale. Kale, bright, leafy, and packed with power. For years, it's been the symbol of clean eating, loaded with vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, and anti-inflammatory compounds that protect the heart and joints. It seems like the perfect food for staying young and strong. But after 60, kale's strength can turn against you. Hidden inside those green leaves is a high level of oxalates, tiny natural crystals that bind to calcium and other minerals. In younger bodies, these are flushed out easily. Yet as kidneys age and medications pile up, oxalates can build inside vessels, like slow-growing blockages in an old pipe. Over time, they may stiffen arteries and raise clot risks, especially when kale is eaten late in the day or combined with calcium or bone medications. I once met a 72-year-old gardener from Seattle. She blended kale smoothies every night, proud of her healthy habits, until one morning she woke unable to move her left arm. A mild stroke, triggered by what she thought was her green magic. The fix isn't fear, it's timing and moderation. Enjoy kale at lunch in moderate portions, and talk with your doctor if you take supplements or meds. Kale remains a gift, just one that needs wiser handling now. Now, moving from kale's leafy greens to something a bit paler but just as popular, cauliflower. It's the modern diet darling, showing up in everything from low-carb pizza crusts to creamy, mashed potatoes. Packed with fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants, cauliflower has earned its reputation as a heart-friendly, waistline-friendly star. However, for adults over 60, there's a quiet catch. Cauliflower is unusually rich in vitamin K, the same nutrient that helps blood clot. Normally, that's a good thing. But when mixed with blood-thinning medications like warfarin, it can cause real trouble. Inconsistent intake of vitamin K can make your blood either too thick or too thin. 1 week of heavy cauliflower meals might boost clot formation. The next, skipping it, could trigger a bleeding risk. You might not feel the shift until something serious happens. Take the story of a 68-year-old former accountant from Chicago. She loved her nightly steamed cauliflower, believing it was harmless. But those simple dinners quietly disrupted her heart meds, ending in a frightening midnight brain bleed. So here's the key. Don't cut it out. Balance it. Eat cauliflower in steady amounts, inform your doctor about your diet, and keep things consistent. Harmony, not avoidance, keeps your plate safe and your blood steady. And speaking of balance, let's turn to something that seems almost too light to cause any harm. Iceberg lettuce. Cool, crunchy, and refreshing, it's often the go-to for light dinners or late-night salads. With barely any calories and a high water content, it feels like the safest choice on the table. Yet, here's where things get tricky. Iceberg lettuce may look hydrating, but it actually works like a mild diuretic, gently pulling water out of your system. For younger bodies, that's no problem. But after 60, when your thirst signals weaken and your blood naturally thickens overnight, that quiet water loss can turn dangerous. Less fluid volume means slower circulation, stiffer arteries, and thicker blood. Exactly the setup that makes tiny clots more likely to form while you sleep. I remember a 74-year-old hobby painter from Dallas who swore by her light dinner rule. Every evening, she'd have a bowl of iceberg salad before bed. Then, one morning, she woke up disoriented and weak on one side. Doctors later linked it to dehydration-related clotting during sleep. So, what's the smarter move? Enjoy your salads earlier in the day and always pair them with enough water or herbal tea. Stay refreshed without risking your balance overnight. After talking about light greens, let's move underground to one of the earthiest, most colorful vegetables around: beets. With their deep red hue and sweet, rich flavor, beets have long been praised for lowering blood pressure, improving stamina, and boosting circulation. Many health enthusiasts call them a natural energizer, especially for aging hearts. But here's the part few people realize. Beneath those benefits lies a hidden sugar surge. Beets rank high on the glycemic scale, meaning they digest quickly and release sugar fast into your bloodstream. For older adults, especially those with slower insulin responses, this can trigger a late-night blood sugar spike, followed by a sharp drop while you sleep. That sudden dip puts stress on blood vessels, narrowing them and raising the chance of clot formation. I recall a 77-year-old book club member from Boston who loved snacking on raw beet slices before bed. It felt wholesome until she began waking up foggy and lightheaded, once even showing signs of a mini-stroke. So what's the safe approach? Enjoy beets during daytime meals, pair them with fiber or protein to slow sugar absorption, and avoid them close to bedtime. That way, you keep their heart-loving benefits, without the midnight sugar trap. Now, shifting from earthy roots to something a bit spicier: ginger. For centuries, it's been celebrated as nature's medicine cabinet. From soothing nausea to easing digestion and boosting immunity, ginger has earned its place in countless teas, soups, and tonics. Many older adults use it daily, especially to calm the stomach or warm up the body on chilly evenings. Yet, while ginger feels gentle, its hidden power can quietly cross the line. You see, ginger naturally thins the blood. When combined with common medications like aspirin or anticoagulants, it can make the blood too thin, increasing the risk of internal bleeding or sudden vessel rupture. The stronger the dose, like concentrated teas or supplements, the greater the danger, especially for fragile blood vessels that come with age. One story stands out: a 70-year-old travel lover from Miami. Every night, she sipped ginger tea alongside her daily aspirin, believing it kept her healthy. Until one morning, she woke with a pounding headache that doctors later traced to a small brain bleed. So the takeaway? Ginger is still a friend, but only in moderation. Use it as a flavor, not a cure-all. And if you take blood thinners, talk to your doctor before adding extra spice to your routine. After that fiery kick from ginger, let's move to something softer in flavor, but surprisingly potent: shallots. They're the gentler cousins of onions, loved for their sweetness and depth. Many seniors use them daily to enhance soups, stews, and sautéed vegetables, thinking they're a mild, heart-friendly choice. And indeed, shallots help lower cholesterol and reduce inflammation, making them a favorite for healthy cooking. But here's the twist. Shallots also contain natural compounds that dilate blood vessels. That sounds good in theory, since it helps reduce blood pressure. Yet, when combined with prescribed blood pressure medications, this effect can push things too far. For older adults, an excessive nighttime drop in pressure can reduce blood flow to the brain, especially during sleep. When the body tries to correct that dip, it can trigger rebound pressure surges, the perfect setup for a morning clot or stroke. One case still lingers in my mind. A 79-year-old choir member from Atlanta who loved cooking with shallots every evening. After weeks of lightheaded mornings, one dizzy spell ended with a hospital visit and a confirmed clot. So, moderation is key. Enjoy shallots at lunch, use them sparingly at dinner, and pay attention to dizzy spells. Flavor your meals without draining your balance. And from savory shallots, let's move to something sweeter, literally. Sweet potatoes are comfort on a plate. Soft, colorful, and packed with vitamin A, fiber, and potassium, they've long been praised as one of the healthiest good carbs around. Many older adults bake or steam them for dinner, believing they're a gentle, nourishing way to end the day. But beneath that wholesome glow lies a quiet sugar trap. Sweet potatoes, while natural, are still high in starch that quickly converts to glucose. After 60, when insulin sensitivity drops, that sugar surge can spike and then crash overnight. During those sugar drops, your body releases adrenaline to stabilize levels, but that same reaction also tightens arteries and raises blood pressure, especially during sleep. I recall a 65-year-old yoga instructor from Denver who loved her evening baked sweet potato with honey. It seemed innocent, until she woke one night with a pounding heart and weakness in her arm, the warning signs of a mini-stroke. So here's the smarter strategy. Enjoy sweet potatoes earlier in the day, pair them with protein or greens, and skip the late-night servings. You'll keep the warmth and comfort, without the overnight sugar storm. And finally, from the sweetness of potatoes, let's cool things down with one of the most refreshing vegetables out there, cucumbers. Light, crisp, and hydrating, they're the perfect companion for summer salads or evening snacks. Many seniors love them for their water content, gentle taste, and skin-friendly benefits. On the surface, cucumbers seem like the safest choice imaginable. Yet, here's the hidden side. Cucumbers act as mild diuretics, subtly encouraging the body to release more fluids. For younger people, that's a bonus. It helps reduce bloating. But after 60, when hydration cues fade and many already take water pills or blood pressure medications, this extra fluid loss can backfire. Overnight, it may leave your blood thicker and slower moving, setting the stage for clots while you sleep. I once met an 81-year-old bridge player from Phoenix who enjoyed cucumber salads every night to stay light. But one early morning, she woke with blurred vision and numb fingers, a mild stroke linked to dehydration and concentrated blood flow. So the takeaway is simple. Cucumbers are still a friend, but timing matters. Eat them earlier in the day, add extra fluids, and watch your evening portions. Refresh your body without draining your balance. So, there you have it. 8 vegetables that aren't enemies, but quiet reminders that even healthy foods can change their behavior as we age. Kale, cauliflower, lettuce, beets, ginger, shallots, sweet potatoes, and cucumbers. All powerful in their own right, yet needing a wiser touch after 60. The message isn't to fear your food, but to understand it. Timing, balance, and awareness of medication interactions can make the difference between a strong morning and a scary one. Eat these vegetables earlier in the day, stay hydrated, and always keep your doctor in the loop about your diet. Now, I'm curious. Did any of these surprise you? Which one will you rethink in your next meal? Share your thoughts below. Your experience might help someone else too. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more gentle, science-backed tips for thriving after 60.